Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back. Today we're going to continue our study of data and analyzing that data, creating frequency tables. Okay, we make a lot of decisions in our life, and when we can analyze the data that we're presented with in any fashion that it's presented, line plots, scatter plots, bar graphs, histograms, um, whatever the case may be, a list of values. Okay, when we can look at all that information and analyze it, we can make better decisions in our daily lives. So we're going to continue practicing. Okay, and you can see the assignment over here on the left. It looks a little bit different than what you opened because I'm making the video. There will be a video link right next to the IXL link, but we're going to work on the same concept I introduced yesterday, creating frequency tables. We're going to analyze the data and practice again. Okay, you're watching the video. We're going to solve a sample of IXL problems, and you're going to work with me. You have a pencil and paper and a calculator, and a dry erase marker works really well for this practice. You can write on your computer screen and wipe it off. Okay, you're going to follow the IXL link after watching the video and working with me. You're going to work for 25 minutes or get a score of 100. If you spend 15 minutes and aren't over 60, you need to contact me or join me in a Zoom meeting so you can get full credit and really have a good understanding. Okay, then add a comment about your score and the time you spent, and then mark it as done. Okay, I'm going to click on the link and we're going to problem solve a little bit together here. I'm going to take snapshots of some of these problems. And let's see here, it says BB11, create frequency charts. It does say 7th grade. This is something that we work on in 7th grade, and then we work on again in 8th grade. Yesterday's practice said 8th grade on it, and it's basically identical. Okay, so we're just going to work through a few problems here. Now this says a volunteer for the local running club counted the number of participants at each race. Okay, so each of these values down here is the number of participants in one race. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 total races. Oh, pardon me. 16 total races. So my frequency chart, my frequency table, should have a total of 16, right? So I could look at it this way and go 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 4 more is 8, plus 3 more is 11, 12, 13, and 14. So this should be 2 right in here, but I'm going to count anyway. Okay, when I look at this frequency table, I've got, this is participants per race is the whole thing. Okay, and on the left side, I have the number of participants in the race, and the values are 40 to 59 and 60 to 79 and 80 to 99, etc. And on the right side, it's the number of races. Okay, the number of races where there were 40 to 59 participants or 60 to 79. So the value we're trying to find, I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to highlight that pink. The value we're trying to find right here is 60 to 79. So I'm going to go up to my list and I'm going to find all the values that are in between 60 and 79. There's one and there's another one. And we confirm that 2 is the total. Okay, so I'm going to make this small. I'm going to go back into the IXL and I'm going to put a 2 in there. I'm going to move on. Okay, and this is another list of scores. Okay, so this is Professor Gomez informed her students of their scores on the midterm exam, and it says use the data to complete the frequency chart. So we've got a list of scores on that midterm exam. Okay, how many students scored between 21 and 30? Okay, we've got to look at this list. 22 is between 21 and 30, 27, 29, 29. And it looks like all of the rest of the values are greater. So I have a frequency of 4. 4 students scored between 21 and 30. Okay, and I just keep taking snapshots of this because it's really easy to highlight those values and really make it visual. Okay, and now this is the exact same thing again. I'm just going to skip this and see if we get something else here. Let's see. I'm going to skip that one. That's the same thing again. Okay, now we've got a histogram and a couple values missing from the frequency chart. So we're going to check this out. This says, let's see. And remember, stop this video, pause it, see if you can get these answers on your own, and then just kind of fast forward if you get it right. Okay, Bridget, a journalism student, counted the number of pages in several major magazines. Use the data in the histogram to complete the frequency chart below. Okay, it says fill in the missing numbers. So on my y-axis, I have the number of magazines. On my x-axis, I have the number of pages. And down below, I'm trying to find, let's see here, I'm trying to find how many magazines have between 80 and 99 pages. Okay, and so that's right up here. And that's this right there. And if we draw a line straight across, okay, to the values, to the number of magazines, right, if we go like this, we find 4 magazines are between 80 and 99 pages. And then we're also trying to find, let's see here, get a different color. We'll do a green one. We're trying to find the number of magazines that are between 140 and 159. And so that's right here and right here. And if we just follow that across, if we draw a straight line across there, this ruler keeps making my screen go black, and I don't understand why, and I apologize. But there it is. There's our line, and we have 2 magazines. Okay, so we're going to put a 4 and a 2 into those boxes in the IXO. 4, 4, and 2. And that completes our frequency chart. Okay. And so now it's kind of the same thing. This is the same thing again. I'm going to see if we get anything different here. All right, this one's a little different. That's what I was hoping for, something different. And, you know, you guys have done this before. This is not new, but it may have been a while. It may be a while since you've used this. A high school basketball coach counted the number of points her team scored each game. Use the data in the stem and leaf plot to complete the frequency chart below. So what we need to remember is that the stem gives us the first number in the value, and the leaf gives us the second number in the value. So let's see here. Nobody scored in the 20 points per game because there's a 2 for a stem, but there's nothing in the leaf. There are no 0s, 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, or 5s. In the 3s, we have a 32 and we have a 37. Okay, and then in the 4s, in the 40s, we have a 43 and another 43. Okay, so that's all the total values that are between 21 and 40. Points per game between 21 and 40. Oh, actually, these are the only ones that are between 21 and 40. And then we go to values between 41 and 60. And those values are going to be in here. And we have a 54 and a 55. So there should be 4 of those. And the frequency table down here confirms we have 2 here and we have 4 here. What we're trying to find is how many games had a total points of 101 to 120. So that's going to be all of those values below that line. So I've got one game that was 102 and one that was 104 and one that was 108. Okay, so we have 3 games that were between 101 and 120, and that's how you interpret stem and leaf plots. And you will find data organized in this way in your life, and so it's important to be able to interpret that data. And we said 3, put a 3 in there, and submit that. All right, and this is a line plot, okay? Just a little bit different here. Let's see. Let's take a picture of this one. This is about a school that's interested in expanding its playground. They counted the number of times that students went down the slide during recess. They're trying to figure out how they should expand this playground. And we can use data to make good decisions about what needs to be done. Okay, so on this line plot, the number of times that each kid went down the slide, we have 0 times, 1 time, 2 times, and 3 times. Okay, and we're being asked to complete the frequency chart below, and they've already told us that 7 students have gone 0 times, and that's these X's right here, 7 students. Okay, we're looking for how many students went down the slide 3 times. So that's this value right here. Okay, and it's 2. And all of these numbers, if I add all of these numbers up in the frequency chart, it should be the same as the total number of X's on that line plot up top. Okay, so I have 10, 11, 12, 13, and I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 X's. Okay, so I'm going to put a 2 in that box. We're going to go back here. We're going to put a 2 in there, and we're going to submit that. All right. And now this is the same thing. All you have to do is complete this table. Okay, and there are some problems like this on your exit ticket today. Or there's one problem like this on your exit ticket, and I ask you just to create a list of values from the top to the bottom. Okay, so this says use the data to complete the frequency chart, and this is about problems per test. So let's see, we've got a list of values right here. I'm highlighting green, problems per test, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different tests. So all these values down here should add up to 17 when I'm finished. So let's see, 10 to 19 problems. I can highlight those one color. Okay, and you can use dry erase markers on your screen and wipe them off. 10 to 19, I've got just 1. Okay, just 1 there, and that's that guy right there. And 20 to 29, let's make them a different color. Let's make 20 through 29. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And 30 to 39, and you can just count these. You don't have to highlight them all. You do whatever works best for you. I'm just trying to make it very clear how we're doing this and why. So I've got 4 values that are between 40 and 40, or 30 and 39, pardon me. And we'll grab a different color for 40 through 49. 1, 2, 3, 4 values there. And 50 through 59, we've got 3 left. Okay, and 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 4 more is 11, plus 5 is 16, plus 1 is 17. So we have the right number of frequencies there. And let's just try and put this in. Let's put this into the IXL. Let's see here. I'm going to move this aside. This is why you should have a pencil and paper. Let's see here. 1, 5, 4, 4, 3. Okay, and in your homework where I asked you to do this, or in the exit ticket rather, what I'm looking for is 1, 5, 4, 4, 3. It's just a list of these values from the top down, and I explain that in the directions. Okay, and I'm gonna submit that, and we're gonna move on. Let's see here. So it's kind of the same thing, except here they're asking you to combine these top two values. I'm going to take a quick picture of this. And let's see here. I'll make this bigger. So the only difference here, it says fill in the missing number. Okay, I'm going to highlight the range they're asking us to find. It's 30 to 49, okay? So this is 30 to 39, and this is 40 to 49. So what I need to do is combine these two values, and so it's going to be 90, because 40 plus 50 equals 90. Grab your calculators if you need to, but you know that 4 plus 5 is 9, and 0 is just a placeholder. So our answer is going to be 90 there. I'm going to put a 90 in, and I'm going to submit that. And that's about the same thing you're doing with all of these, okay? Find the values, fill in the table. If your exit ticket looks like this, just create a list of values separated by commas, okay? And that's all I'm going to do with you guys today. If you need help, if you're still struggling with this, spend 15 minutes. If you don't get up to a score of 60, get in touch with me or come find me in the Zoom meeting that's in your class stream. I hope you're all happy and healthy and at home with your families. This is really tough on everyone, I know, but I'm here to help in any way I can. Reach out to me.